Hello, VOD. Today is a day that I have been planning for a little while. But hello, everyone. Hello, GX Eclipse. Hello, Nomzy. Hello, Floppa. Tired Kuma with this tier 1 sub right off the rip. Thank you, my friend. Not even a prime sub, just straight up sub. Thank you, Kuma. I appreciate you. Look at this. So, as you can see, oh, there's Hero Brian. I think I have a little bit of warp, guys. Anyway, oh, he's still there. Okay. I have been planning a little bit of a spawn rework, a world spawn rework. The current world spawn is it's a little bit claustrophobic. You know, it's a little bit close. There's too many things right close by. So I have a plan. It's going to require a lot of work. I'm going to need to move some buildings. I already gave Hecuba's shop a little lobotomy there, a little bit off the top. As Jetlag said, Tofu Corp is also going to get moved. And I'm going to make a town hall right here. This is gigantic square for town hall. We got a little staircase down, and then this is going to be the shopping district, this whole area. So today we're going to do a bunch of city planning, a bunch of building, and we really want to clean this spawn area up. That's our goal today. So welcome, and I hope you guys have fun on the ride. How's everyone doing today? I don't know why I have all this diamond plate stuff in my inventory. Does not ring a bell as to why I have it. I think I'm going to need to bring another shipment of deep slate soon. One sec, let me turn down Spotify just a fraction. Doing good, just ate some food, feeling good, that's good. Alright, so the first plan for today is that I'm going to take this World Shaper Sextant and we are going to make a gigantic world spawn circle. And I'm going to actually do /set world spawn right here. Right, Y90, negative 123, 222. And that's going to be the blueprint for this. I'm going to go one block in. So it's easier to build this way. I had Soy install one of those pylons for easier flight. I have to cut here straight through Tofu Corp, which is why I like excavated this area. It's kind of funny. I don't want to move the tofu shops until I have a place to put them, because people depend on these tofu shops for their livelihood in life. There's a lot of circuits up there, a lot of good stuff up there. So we're gonna need to like probably move Tofu Corp today if I'm gonna be very happy with myself. Just killing time before I can catch a flight tomorrow. Lovely. I should really pay attention to what I'm doing right now, because if I get this sphere wrong or the circle wrong, it's not gonna translate very well. Moving the whole building is going to be tough. Yeah, I agree. And I also want to put some more detail on it, because right now it's just like a white tower. And there's like these side details, but I think it needs texturing. Also, my bitrate is probably absolutely hemorrhaging. Let me go over to my spawn real quick and turn on the Tero Bozu. My new base is coming along. I'm the guy in the Discord with the space station base. Lovely. Yeah, I saw that. The Botania Mega Build was really sick. I love how you showcase different tools and uses. Thank you. Yeah, I've been working on that real low key, so I haven't been streaming as much. Here it is, by the way. Oh, you can't see it. Let me do two things here. I'm gonna flip on my Teru Bozu automation, which feeds this guy sunflowers in exchange for stopping the rain. And I'm gonna sleep here, and then we'll go back to spawn. Hello, Eagle Wolf. How's it going? Yeah, here it is. Very happy with it. I think Flirbin was doing something earlier. Oh yeah, Flirbin did a couple of things. One sec. Let me first turn down the music just a little more. There's that. Okay. So I think Flirbin was working on like the reverse of what Soy Cake did. Some like stars inset in glass, tinted industrial glass. Now that's interesting. So I'll be excited to see what happens with this infusion setup. It looks pretty cool. This is pretty normal. I think we set this up on Flirbin's stream as well. But let me grab something. I think he made something for me that's very important in magic progression. Here it is, the Mantle of the Raven. And this thing is really nice. It's pretty chill to make. It's probably one of the first magic things that you should make. Very chill. A little bit of cloth that you need to do some weaving for. Yeah, you need a spinning wheel for this. But it's really nice. I don't remember what slot this goes in. There's like some secondary menu that this raven cloak just ends up in. I guess that works. And it has a glide function that I don't really like. You can see it's gliding here, so I like to disable it. I don't remember. Is it like witchery? Witching gadgets. I don't know. Like, I don't know. What key? Maybe 8? Okay, gliding is now disabled. But you should notice that it actually like greatly increases my flight speed. And then also it removes fall damage. It just makes you invincible, which is really nice. It's very chill. Is there any way to have moving custom doors? Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't know. I think there's like the drawbridge mod in this pack, and I might need to like experiment with that a little bit. But that's a good idea of something to look into. And also de-spellcaster. Cheers. Malice's doors. Hello, Tangerine. How's it going? Yeah, there is Malice's doors for. Wait. Malice's? Oh yeah, the curtains and the drawbridges. I remember there was something about this that was like actually deleting like bedrock. It might have been the carriage door that can just straight up delete bedrock or something. I don't really remember. Okay, this is the most important part in my opinion. I want Spawn to look really nice. Like when you step into the world as a new like player, like if you know Random Potato comes on as a guest again, I want him to spawn into the world and like be like, "Wow, that looks nice. That's pretty cool." So, we're going to try a couple of things. I'm going to really round out this central platform and then I have an idea for how I want this to go. This might have to move. Oh, I don't have the painting. Where did the painting go? That's awkward. Why not just invite Potato on the server? I will. He's been. Oh, as a guest. Okay, so we have like. We already have our teams, and Potato was busy with. What was he busy with? He was already busy with his thing, his 3TP run. So we didn't have him on this because we didn't want to split him between the two different things. But I would have invited him, I think. I don't really remember. There was something. I really wanted him, but there was some conflict that I don't remember. But I am a big fan of Random Potato. He's lovely. Uh, I'd have him any day. Okay. So I have a like design here that I guess I'll show off a little bit of. Basically, I want to have like a sidewalk here, and then I don't know what I should build this out of. I'm gonna try out of deep slate tiles real quick, because that might look nice. But I had an idea for, can I cut these down one more? Posts? Let's try pillars first. Like kind of walkway guards almost. So these would like make sure you don't fall off the edge. Little handrails. Oh my god, these are so impossible to place though. Oh nice, I only got 3 of them too. The door that just deletes bricks. So real. And then do you think, Chad, do you think this should be slabs here? Or should this be a full block? I guess I'll build it out and then we'll decide. Super Builders 1 is already in my inventory. Good job, 9. Does Builders 1 work like this? No, it doesn't. Why would it? What the heck? Why did it place brick stairs instead of slab? That's so funny. You might want to check the northwest portion of the circle, because there may be a mistake there. Fourth. 3, 2, 2, 2. That's all kind of good, yeah. And then 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4 ish. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Thank you for having me check though. That's always good. Don't want to lose my sanity. When you unlock the Eldritch tab in Thaumcraft, can you safely remove all your warp? I think so. There's like Eldritch Epiphany, and I don't think there's much more you need warp from, but I'm not the best person to ask. I kind of just like plod through Thaumcraft and then it happens, and I'm not like the goat at it. You'd have to ask like Goose or maybe Aspect. Okay, I think I like it when the wall is bigger. Is there a way to lock the orientation of architecture blocks? I think when you place an architecture block against an architecture block, no matter what direction you do it in, like no matter what angle you come at it from, it will always place in the right angle if you're not pressing shift. Or it will try to hold the angle of the previous thing, which is nice. That's good. Hello, Mr. Obama. I'm doing well. How about you today? I may be good. Like I might know enough to do well, but I don't know a lot of the niche knowledge that you would need to like talk someone through late game magic is what I mean. Like I know enough to complete the game happily and do most of the magic in it, but questions like that I wouldn't know off the top of my head because I would just roll, and then if I needed something, I would ask, and I'd have never needed to figure out if I needed enough warp to finish something because I always had enough warp to finish it. Also building quite a bit recently. Dude, building is where it's at. Especially on big servers like this, like things just should look good. We're making content. It's just better if everything looks good, right? Okay, so that's going to extend directly into this. Nice. All right, this is like, I feel like I'm aim training right now. I'm trying to set these as like quickly as possible, but I can't mess up. It's kind of fire, honestly. Oh yeah, that's coming together. Late game magic, you mean the thing you do while waiting on Forge/I? Pretty much, pretty much. Although to be fair, I did most of my magic in like ludicrous voltage. So I was like chilling. Wait. Idea. MF Doom playlist. What is that? Oh man, I had a radio that was so good that I just don't remember. This'll do for now. No one can hate on Nujabase. Yeah, late game magic is gonna be done in like LUV. There's like 5 things you can do past like IV with magic. It's really not a lot. And most of it's like Botania, which is so funny to me. They've nerfed Botania into the ground. I've been talking with the devs about making Botania a little bit earlier. Oh, hi Goose. Nujabase was my most listened artist on Spotify. Dude, Nujabase is the GOAT. I really love his Samurai Champloo soundtrack, which is not mostly on Spotify, although they moved Arwari and Dance onto Spotify, which is nice. Harv, I've been thinking about actually going backwards and making a step-by-step AE2 guide. That will probably come eventually. I'm gonna do a step-by-step Thaumcraft beginner's guide first, and then we'll think about that. Oh, I see what's going on. It's Ordic subbing the architecture craft stairs for the architecture craft slabs. I get it. I understand now. Britannia is for the sword and infinity armor. It's for something. I don't remember. I know Britannia is needed for the Draconic Evolution Fusion Crafter. You need the Gaia plates, which everyone complains about because you need so many of the Gaia plates in order to like comfortably complete the game. And it is kind of annoying. Like you need to farm the Gaia Guardian like 40 times. It's just like after a while it's just like okay. This is like not fun anymore. But that's how it is. It is what it is. Do I really need the sextant? I'm pretty sure I can just follow this. Hello, balls snatchers. Hi. Vivacious Cage. Welcome. Moving Tofu Tower is the thing that I'm most scared about today. Because I don't think I'm getting any help. I think Hecuba was like, yeah, I don't mind you moving this, like the Hecuba shop, but I also don't have time. Oh, I thought that was someone who was coming to help, and I was so disappointed when it was just a zombie. Come on, man. I was building that. Purgatory. How, how did how did you what? You went through the shop just to find me, bro. I hate this guy. This is probably easier with matter manipulator. You're right. Unfortunately, we're an LV, so don't really have that option. Instead, we'll get the satisfaction of building by hand, like most other Hermitcraft vanilla streamers. It's a lost art. This is Gregtech New Horizons, one of the hardest tech packs in the game. So that might explain why things are a little weird. Looking a little funny. Maybe unusual. All right, we need to bring a ton of deep slate back. I think I do have an extra diamond barrel. So let me drop off everything that I have in here. Let's also bring back this stuff that I don't know why it's in my inventory. Are there harder tech packs than this? I'm so clueless on mods. No, there are no harder tech packs than Gregtech New Horizons. Nothing that's like fun, I think. Yeah, the all the mods tag is just to roll people. Um, I'd say supersymmetry exists, but it's not there's not enough content in it to justify playing supersymmetry, in my opinion. But that's an opinion. Okay, we've got this, which I'll put into this. And then these bad boys go into here. Honestly though, I'm not gonna lie, I think I've had like 0 people click on the all the mods tag and like tell me that they've clicked on it. So I'm actually, you might be the first person I've trolled with that. And you know what, I might need to change that, you know? I might have done a bad thing with that. I think all the mods is probably like a good sandbox of a game. Damn, I need more of this deep slate. I need to just make this... Oh, what's going on here? Okay. There we go. That's enough deep slate for a little bit. That'll last me like 5 minutes, chat. Actually, I should turn this, like half of this into bricks already. And I need a dolly, which should be in my inventory. And these dollies allow me to pick up chests with their items in it, and then they infect me with slowness, which I don't really care about. You know what? N3, if you like AE2, this is like GTNH is like AE2, the Minecraft mod pack. It's like the AE2 experience. Like you will become cracked at AE2 if you play this mod pack. That's like pretty much, it's pretty much how it is. There's no denying it. I think I became like 10 to 20 times better at AE2 just because I played this pack. And it's like necessary. There are some crafting recipes that have like billions of items in the end game. So you need to be good at it and move all your stuff efficiently and like lag friendly way. Oh, this is coming together. Look at that. That's nice. That's nice. So I want to do one more thing here. I want to put the nether portal in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm gonna go all the way down to this level below. I want to move the nether portal and then have like a stairwell up, which I think would be pretty sick. So we're gonna embed the portal here. I think I might need a little more obsidian, which I might actually have. If not, I can just steal it from somebody. I wonder if the underdogs have any obsidian. It does take a couple hundred hours to get to AE2. That is the truth. Okay, sorry underdogs. I'm stealing your obsidian. Oh, you have plenty. It'll be okay. I think I only need like 10 maximum because I can move the original portal. So that should be fine. AE3, minor spelling mistake. Hello, Myas. How's it going? Yeah, this is just giving me so much hope already. Spawn was such a like cluster, and it was making me a little unhappy. I was like, wow, every time I come to Spawn, it's so claustrophobic. There's no place for anything to breathe. And now we're getting some breathing room, which is going to be so nice. I'm doing well. I'm so excited for the stream. I've been planning this stream for like 5 days now, and I was gonna stream yesterday, and I ended up not. I'm just so excited to get this going because I love city planning for some reason. It's just so addictive. All right, let's see if that connects first of all. And it's another mega build. All right, perfect. The one time the instant teleport actually helped me. So let's give this a little platform of 5 by 5 so people can get themselves situated. And then I'm going to get some slabs here. I feel like I'm taking on FPS lag, and I'm not sure if it's because I updated to Java 25 or if I upped my bitrate. I think it's going to be the bitrate. But it feels like are you guys seeing like frame rate drops, or is it just me? Maybe I need to stop. Actually, it should be fine. Oh my god, tier 1 sub by Megastar. Thank you. I appreciate you. How are you doing today, Megastar? That's very kind of you. I think just for my sanity, I'm going to do this. Okay, that's good. That's good. I think I'm just hallucinating it then, chat. Okay, ooh, chat, is that going to reach? I don't know. It's looking dubious if it will reach in time. Oh, just barely. Just barely. It's too easy, chat. It's too easy. Chilling and vibing, says Megastar. That's good. Me too. Sub before first message. GTNH feels like a gated community. Oh no, we're somewhat friendly. We're fairly friendly. We've been friendlier. I think most of the people you'll meet in the GTNH community might have like a dry sense of humor, but are very chill and very kind. I have a couple of favorites, like the Aussies. All the Aussie Stargaters are like so fucking funny. Like Rilico, Duct, Peveril. I have always been streaming at 1440, yes. Also, Hecuba's here. Dude, the server's getting on. The server's waking up this morning. Okay, we actually kind of have enough deep slate brick to make this happen. So, there's the portal. You go up. This is the center of the world. I'm gonna make this walkable, but I want like some type of block to denote that this is important. We'll need to think about this, chat. I'm gonna put this for now. It's not perfect though. I don't love that. It should be more special. Hey, Lervent, how's it going? It's been a minute, my friend. How are you? Uh-oh. I just saw the wand do some insane squiggly shit. Okay, yeah. Why would you do that, wand? And then let's cover up the back of this so that way we don't accidentally go the wrong way. I was honestly thinking maybe we should have the like aperture of this stairwell get smaller as you get closer to the center. Is that weird? Because then it like goes with the whole spherical thing. It like goes outward. Let's experiment and see how we feel about that. And then I'm just gonna like fill this in real messy like and see if I can get a picture of what it feels like. Managed to catch another stream. Turns out I haven't missed any. Hello, Mighty Stone. Yeah, no, I haven't been streaming lately. I've been real hard on editing. So, you haven't missed anything yet. How are you doing, my friend? What was your experience with Moni? Okay, I do want to go back to it eventually. Moni Factory, which is a modern Gregtech pack in 1.20.1, and I will eventually go back to it and keep giving it a try. The thing is, I'm really addicted to Project Singularity. It's been really fun. So I haven't had much time that I'm not playing this, honestly. It's mostly just Singularitying, so... Hmm. I think this needs some type of like arch to it. So let me... Also, I'm gonna make this right now so I can get to my chests and stuff. We might actually just move this upstairs, frankly. No, that's totally on topic. You're good. Hey, lol, Matt, how's it going? Cheers. So this is a Balls Snatter S. This is a server full of content creators, people who are on YouTube. It was organized by Hecuba, who is a longtime like E2E and Terra Firma Greg player. And it has a bunch of my friends in it as well, because he invited me way back when, and then I was like, all right, let me grab all the homies and get them in on this. And so we've got people like Soy Cake, we've got Three, we've got me, somehow we got Neurotic Goose, who is really well known for his Garden of Grind playthrough. We just got a whole star-studded cast, I would say. It's been very fun. And like getting to know all of these people and like just being with them and hanging out with them is really fun. They're all like-minded. We all have to edit all the time. It's kind of lovely. Okay, let me try. I know these architecture slabs work sideways, and I'm kind of curious if we can do something a little funky. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which might be a little too much. So let's do that. Let's try that. Thank you for the follow, Bexotron. I appreciate you. Hmm. I kind of like that. There's a lot going on here. I'm gonna leave both of these. I'll decide this offline because I think it's gonna take a lot of like thinking and like ruminating and looking at it. So I'll just like do this. Actually, no. We should just like commit to one build, right? Let's do it. Let's just commit to it. It's gonna be okay. Water has been dinked. Have a good stream. 729 to 1/3. Thank you, Lolmat. I hope you have a good day, my friend. That's all in order. That's good. That's good. And then after this, we'll get back to city planning and road measuring. It's a very important part, chat. It's one of my favorites. Uh-oh, what the heck? All right, the vision is sort of there. It's sort of there. We'll need to work on it. We'll need to work on it for sure. But it's like it's getting there. It looks better than it started. Let's fill out this main road. We're gonna need so much deep slate. It's kind of insane thinking about it. Like just straight up thousands. My next 1.5 years will have to be locked in so I can get into the best uni there is. I don't begrudge you on that. Okay, here's what I'll say. Back in the day, any type of university degree would increase your projected salary no matter what. It didn't really matter exactly what university you went to. The reason you go to a good university is so you can get to be friends with all the rich people. And they hook you up with internships and jobs, and they are more successful generally because they have money, generational wealth that they can depend on. So that's why you go to a good college. But if you're just going for the degree, any university will work. But nowadays, I don't know. I don't know, man. The university seems less and less useful for getting a job. So maybe I'm just disillusioned, but I prefer asking for GTNH help on your Discord as opposed to GTNH Discord because people are way more nice there. That is true. This is the truth. This is probably one of the main reasons most people join my Discord in the first place. Oh, fuck. Because yeah, the people there are very helpful and kind. There's a lot of goobers in the main server. So that's going to be our town hall there. We'll probably have Jetlag step in and do this, but we need to clean up here because this is going to be main square. So I had an idea. We're going to divide this into like a city circle. It's going to be like Main Street right here. And then each quadrant will be gifted, or like each team will get a quadrant to put stuff on. And this will be like Tofu Tower could go like here or here or here or here. And then we could have each of the like teams, there's 5 teams, get represented in this circle. I think because there's one team left out of the circle, I might need to do something funky. Either I can like put something here, or we'll figure something out. I'm not exactly sure what to do about that, but I want to figure out, well, first of all, I want to go to bed and maybe chunk load this so that way the mobs go away. Let's sleep here. Check the surrounding area. Okay, never mind then. Let's go all the way up to over here. There we go. How long would getting to Platline take? Is it unrealistic goal for a big noob? That's a good goal. I think what you would do first is probably make the goal of getting to the moon, because I do believe you need titanium before you get Platline. Getting into uni is by far the best way of getting out of my country. That would do that, yes. So then, yes, locking in and getting into uni is very important, Mighty Stone, and I support you. Let's build this out here. So I wanted to do a street, the classic, and I'm gonna outline the inside and the outside of that here. This is how thick I want the street to be. We'll just go internal. Thank you for the follow, Moltro09. How's it going? No idea how to refer to non-US uni dynamics? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. In the US, it's a system. It's a thing. University is a thing. You know, honestly, let's move this a block down just so it's a little more satisfying. I'm gonna make sure I keep hold of this center block though. So this is the outside of the road that I'm gonna fill in later, so I don't mind going, like being a little messy and getting in the inside, because I will have to like use a wand to fill that in with bricks anyway. Get a master's in GTNH? For real. For real. Hello, Kato. How's it going? It's going well. I am working on the city center. Hopefully this will give us a much better spawn area, a better shopping district. I'll be working hard. It's funny because I'm kind of like I do a lot of commie things on the server. Like I'll just give away mana steel for free or whatever. And it's funny because I'm doing all like the city infrastructure planning and stuff, all the stuff that is not directly like profitable, but is better for all the people to have. It's kind of funny. In a world where we have all the resources, maybe people will do good intrinsically. Circles are hard in a square game? I agree. I was thinking about making this a hexagon, actually, but I think circle is better. I do think so. Like, if everyone was given resources to live and be, like, eat, have food, have shelter, be happy in some way, get art, everyone would do intrinsic good, or most people would try to do intrinsic good. Okay, I think I'm out of blocks. Deep, if anyone can deliver deep slate to spawn for shopping district help, that would be appreciated. I think I'm out of deep slate at my rock breaker, so we really need to stretch what we have. Smooth. Thank you. Goose is gonna come with a present, I believe. I don't know if Goose has seen the new spawn build yet. I mean, there's not much here, but there is an outline of exactly what is going on. Currently in hell, looking for weird stuff, trademark. This is an interesting linear programming problem. There's still scarcity. The time people take to do things and services are necessarily scarce as a result. Interesting. Thank you, Kato, with a prime sub. I appreciate that, my friend. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I guess as Flurbin likes to say, if you'd like to take away from Jeff Bezos, you know, he doesn't need his billions. A prime sub would go a long way. Just started working on a new mega build. Let's see if I can actually finish this one. That's the classic, right? I can always start a mega build. Can I finish it? That's the real question. Anyone know a way to not render the void box in PDIM? What do you mean by the void box? Like the skybox? I think there's a couple of different skybox types you can get. But if you use shaders, it's like a lovely night sky, which is what I do. Please tell me we have enough. Oh, just enough to finish this circle. Oh, there's one. We also need to clear out, I want to put sidewalks everywhere so that way we can get like areas for buildings to go. So we will need to do that real quick. The hardest part is definitely going to be the circular sidewalk right here. I don't know why I do this to myself, but circles in square game, not the easiest. God, that was loud. I'm going to do it again, chat. Okay, we made it. One more time. And again. Yeah, what the heck? Alright, we'll use this as like I don't know. What's the word? Something ground. Testing ground? There we go. We're gonna use this as a testing ground for the angular sidewalk. But first, I think let's grab all of the stuff from spawn here. There's really not that much left, honestly. Maybe I'll just chuck this in here. Maybe even the backpack goes. And then we'll just make some slabs here and then call it a day. Witchery is a really cool mod, but it especially needs better integration in GTNH. Oh, desperately needs better integration in GTNH and less tedious fetch quests. That is not a very hot take. I would say that is a mildly lukewarm take. Everyone on this server, I think, really likes Witchery. Not for the reasons you... It's not a lukewarm take for the reasons you may think. It's because everyone agrees with you. I think Witchery is a really cool mod, but yeah, it definitely needs some better integration into the pack as a whole. Okay, we're sidewalking. You know what? I don't envision Flurbin and I actually like selling much. So maybe we leave the city circle for the 4 other teams to get their shops up. So this can be like a cool central hub. And then we put our stuff over here, like the news station. It's kind of unfortunate because I would love everyone to be like in a screenshot. We just get like one area where everyone is right in there. But unfortunately, I did not plan for 5 teams. I thought in my brain I was like, oh yeah, there's 4 teams, guys. It's gonna be simple. This is gonna be really easy. And then I realized, moisten thyself, nerd. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. What is that circle making tool you used? The World Shaper's Sextant by Botania. If you want a little, I did include how to use it and how, like where I used it in my most recent YouTube video. Oh yeah, the trowel. That's a good one. Stream was telling me about that. That's the thing about being a streamer. All of you guys tell me about these like this cool tech, and then I get to use it, and then I have all the knowledge. Like that's the thing. Like I stream and then like I learn things about the game and I get better at it. And I like legitimately think I would I don't think I would have Stargated if I wasn't streaming, right? Cuz you guys just like tell me all the right things that I need to know to make things as painless as possible. And it's kind of funny. Like it's just oh, there we go. There's the Ordict. We're ran out. I'm going to do one of these blocks and then I'll probably do the rest of them off stream. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how committed I'm feeling. I don't want to bore you guys, but I guess you're kind of in for the penny, in for the pound. So Space Station 13 and GTNH, everything I say is going to be a little unhinged. Pretty much. In it for the vibes? Lovely. Someone's got to be. Okay, that's our first city block. So this is going to be an open block for one of the teams, and they can use all of the squares on this. Like, this is... I'm gonna probably make, like, buildings on each of these that people can, like, fill into, or, like, maybe I'll take one of these and, like, develop some buildings just so people can get a sense for the style. I also want to set height limits on the builds so I can make the city get taller as it goes from the Bay Area up to like the city high rises and then goes back down in the back here. So it's gonna be a lot of work, chat. It's gonna be a lot of work. But I want to clear some area here, switch it up a little bit. How long do you think people will stick on MV? So MV doesn't really have much of anything. And I'd argue that we've already done most of MV because most of us have good aluminum production. I don't. We have not been doing tech. Flurbanen has been slacking. He's been like reading the Thaumanomicon, like doing this and that. So we're behind on tech compared to all the other teams, but that's gonna be okay. So I'm going to use two different things here. One of them is the Horn of the Wild, which allows me to just take away all of this grass and random stuff that kind of gets in the way of... You'd be surprised on how much this gets in the way of mining out dirt. Because sometimes you hit the grass block and it's just kind of a pain. And then you miss the actual... Or sorry, you hit the grass like thing on top and then you miss the actual block. Yeah, exactly, Ifriyan. I want to make the skyline look really satisfying. So we're going to do that. We're going to make sure that all of the buildings are up to code. I'm literally going to make a building code so that way we can make everything look good. That's how obsessive I am about city planning. Don't know why. All right, let's trash most of this. Let's get rid of some of the trees that we can already. Is that maple? Interesting. I thought it was cinnamon for a second. I was gonna get excited because people were looking for cinnamon forever, and it would be really funny if it was right next to spawn the whole time. Make a homeowners association. I can't be that annoying because I'm sure the other Project Singularity members would hate me, but I will be somewhat annoying in order to make this shit look good. Isn't that kind of satisfying though, clearing out the land with this? It's like so easy. Makes everything so chill. The mobs are not making everything chill, so I'm gonna go over to spawn and sleep a little bit, and then we'll be back. Reward teams with the best buildings. That's a good idea. All right, let's switch up the music. I think I'm gonna go to YouTube music here. Oh, actually, I'm on the wrong account. Let's see what this suggests for me. Okay, this is good. It's a lot of area that I have to cover today. So I want to let's start bringing roads where they need to go. I probably want to get the whole city plan of the roads before I do anything drastic. So I'm going to do that real quick. Let's trash all this shit, grab some more deep slate bricks, and then I'll be on my way. This is not going to last me very long, Chad. I wish I had matter manipulator, honestly. I would like probably murder for matter manipulator at this point in time. All right, so we're gonna bring this street, this bay-sided street, like pretty much all the way down as far as it can go, and then we'll make like a city grid off of this. I want to do something cool and cyberpunky with this. I was even thinking we could put like parkour challenges in the city, which would be so sick. But let's bring this a little bit past this big dark spot. I think is a good place for it to go. Did you get it? 30% sub discount today. Oh my god. 9 stream in this economy. Hello. Legends ZA Ass City. I don't know that one. How's it going, Noah? I don't know if I got a sub here. Okay, I think that's good enough for the first road. This build is going to be so huge. I also want to actually check this corner here. Don't have much. Oh, have I gotten partner? No, not yet. So we are actually pretty close to Twitch partner. I think I have like 2 more streams at average of 75 plus. And then I have Twitch partner, which is lovely. It gives me a higher revenue split and probably more bitrate occasionally. So that's always welcome. So if that's you guys are doing all you need to do. You're showing up. You're in chat. You're here, present. Just keep it up, and then we'll get partner together. Okay, I want this to be kind of terraced, so it needs to like be a little bit wider at the bottom than it is at the top. I should probably count this. I do actually, wait a minute. Y91, and then the street level will be right here. 67, which is actually 24 blocks, which is perfect. So 67 plus 12 is 79. I was almost perfect on that. So that's a division of 2. We're going to have the slab wall go there. Okay. So we have space for 1 more division. We can also divide this by 3. 24 divided by 3 should be 67 plus 8, which is 75 will be my first. 75, and then I think it's 83 should be the second one. That looks kind of right. Yeah, I don't mind that. Hell yeah, hope you get partner. Thank you, first time chatter. Hello, Phineas. Let's get some subs going or I'm going to cut his internet. True. That is true. 24 is perfect? No, it is. Okay, wait. I need to tell you about this build philosophy chat because I know I'm like kind of neurotic about it, but it's for a reason. Okay, so this is Y90. We are currently standing at Y90, okay? If I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 102. So this is the next level. I can make this floor 12 blocks tall. So I go 12 blocks up. I can divide this floor in 3 different ways evenly. I can get walls that are 5 high and divide it into 2 sections. I can divide it into 3 sections with walls that are 3 high. And it's just, oh my God, it's so perfect. Always go with macro floors of like Y12. It's just perfect. Super composite, very dividable, allows you to do a lot of really nice things. 12 is a very good number here. I may be insane. I may be on the spectrum here. That's all. Just had to share my obsession with the number 12 in the context of building in Minecraft. Uh-oh, we're running out of deep slate here really quickly. We're gonna need to raid some pantries. So there is a world edit like tool. One of the developers made something called Matter Manipulator. But we are in a tier gated situation, and the Matter Manipulator is not for many more tiers. So we're like in the second energy tier of the game, and we're doing very well. But this is like LV, MV, HV, EV, IV, LUV, ZPM. That's tier 7. until we get the good matter manipulator. So we're gonna be a while, and that's okay. The process is where it's at. Esliz, hello, Davern, Davin. I appreciate that. Sorry, I misread your name a couple of times. All right, so that's gonna be the corner of that terrace, which looks good. Let's keep building out this road here. I love these horns of the wild and canopy. They're so helpful for just cleaning everything up. It's like one of those things that feels slightly overpowered, but it's just not. It just saves time in a really nice way. And then the canopy clears all the leaves that will get in our way. The Babylonians were obsessed with factors. How did we get to Babylonians? I didn't catch that. Base 12 system. Okay. That makes sense. Base 12 would be interesting. It would be interesting. I don't know the implications of that. I understand like hexadecimals and stuff, and base 12, I just don't like, what would the effect be overall? I think multiplying by 10 is just such an easy thing. Well, we have 12 fingers, so it would make more sense. That's true, Noah. I didn't really think about it that way, but when you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense, you know? 12 fingers to count on? Yeah. Yeah. That's true. It is only because I'm used to it culturally. That is true. Multiplying by 10 is easy because we get it, because it's based into our number system. But I'm sure there would be other shortcuts with base 12 that we just don't know about. I thought that 12 is 10 in base 12. I thought that you get like into letters. So you go 10, then like A, B, and then A is 11 and B is 12. That was my inclination. Because that's how hexadecimal works, right? Because it goes to 10 and then, or no, it goes to 9, and then 10 is A, 11 is B, 12 is C, yada, yada, yada. Chad, am I getting trolled? What is going on? Yeah, I did just trash my entire stock of Deep Slate. We're kind of really poor right now, but we'll live with it. We'll live with it. Let me check that all of this is lined up so I don't need to like shoot myself later. It has happened before. Okay, we're good. We're good. And then I'm going to use that same method to determine the corner of the next street over. That works. That works. Yep. Still going. Getting lost in the pods all right now. Okay. And then this block should be the corner. Holy moly. That's so scary. 1, 2, 3. Roads are 9 blocks wide, obviously. Why wouldn't they be? Wow, we're actually really getting into bases right here. Wonder how far Tofu Corp will get into Blood Magic and MV. Use this circle. Oh my god, are you the smartest human being alive? That's actually gas. What? You are so smart. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my god, you've just blown my mind. Wow, Euclid. That's so true. That's so true. I didn't think about it that way, but now that you put it that way, it's so true. I also want to do something with different elevations. I think Cyberpunk does this really well where it'll have sections of different elevations, so it's not just like a lawn of different buildings, and I think that's very important. I think I want to incorporate that into these next two streets. I don't want this thing off Main Street to have to be at an angle, but the one next to it, I think we'll try to bring that street up like a level, maybe like 12 or 6 blocks. Um, that's my tentative plan right there. The precise way to determine the most efficient basism and the most efficient basis for a number is, drumroll please, the constant e. But e isn't an integer, so the closest integer is 3. Well, I mean, 12 is a multiple of 3. So checkmate. Man, I hate mobs. Goose comes with tidings of deep slate. Where is the goose? Oh no! Did I ask for the wrong thing? Oh my god. So I accidentally asked for full deep slate not cobbled. Sorry, Goose. Oh no. Okay, we'll find a way to use this. I promise. Hold, please. I feel like he's gonna pull up with his hammer, lay all of it down, and just break it. But I know that he'll come back with like actual deep slate. That is 100% on me. I uh, I owe you one. So sorry. Goose is the goat. He's been helping out with like everything. He's like a totally good bad influence where like someone will propose the stupidest project ever, like 577 coke ovens, and he'll just be like, "Yeah, let's fucking do it. Let's do it." He's like a great bad influence. I love the energy he brings. Wonder who died here. Soy cake. I kind of want to keep that. Hearing hold please in Goose's voice. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much exactly. Alright, I'll do a lot of the main, like, terraforming in between the lines. I want to get these roads down, so we're going to do all of the, like, the most important road terraforming on stream today. But I don't want to bore you guys with, like, just flattening out this little plot of land. So we're just going to do the important parts, hopefully. Okay, there's that line. There's that line. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks right. Rap snitches. Goose is the cool unk. Wow, you just called him unk? That's crazy. That's crazy that you just unked Goose. I gotta tell him about that. Now, Goose is like an eldritch being. It's a little bit unfathomable, but brings lots of good tidings. Wait, are we developing a number system on E right now? Is that what's going on? That's crazy. Base E just doesn't make any sense. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna need to sell this on me a little bit better. Tau. I wish I could tell you that I know what tau is, but I do not. Okay, this is the block that we're gonna bring up a little bit, so I'm gonna need to plan that. I think we'll do not a gradual, well, actually, maybe we should do a gradual slope up. But then I need to also plan how I'm gonna divide the city blocks. This is gonna be so complicated. A lot of counting. I'll save the pods all, why not? I think we should head home and check if we can get any more deep slate out of our rock breaker. It is not slow, our rock breaker, so it's possible that we have some. Let me get rid of all of this stuff. Get our dolly out again. Grab this. Oh, let me empty out that. Grab this. Hello, Turnavi. Cheers, my friend. How are you today? Theoretical optimization. Oh, I see. Integer close to it. It's funny. Okay. Another funny thing that I've noticed is that my build, like oh my god, that's actually really quick. What the heck? We just drained that of 4,000 cobblestone before. You know what I'm gonna do real quick? Super. I'm gonna try to get some storage upgrades. I don't know if I can just like slot this in a regular Java barrel. I might need an upgrade. Ugh. Ugh. I hate the Java barrel system. Structural upgrade Mark 1. This is so gross. Such a gross recipe. There we go. Structural upgrade Mark 1. I think they're recursive too, so you need to make a Mark 2 upgrade for the next one, and so on and so on. I don't love these. But here we go. There's a little upgrade, and then we can... What? Only has one upgrade slot? Kill me. Structural upgrade Mark 2. Copper plate and rod. And we've got neither. Classic. Let me put this in the bender real quick. Yeah, I kind of agree with you generally. Drawers are much better. I should probably swap at this point. There's no reason to keep using the shitty Java barrels. I feel like there was some reason, like there in Steam, there's not enough ways to make upgrades or something like that, or like maybe the obsidian upgrades are shit on drawers in Steam. I know that the capacity of these things can go insane, like probably much higher than drawers at this current tier, but it's definitely not like, yeah, not the easiest thing. Obsidian upgrades are pretty goated. They're really easy to make too. Yeah, I agree. All right, there we go. There's all of our deep slate yet again. So it might be enough to tide me. Honestly, I didn't expect that to be as quick as it was, right? The Rockbreaker strikes me as something that's really slow and passive. There's no void upgrade for drawer. That's what it is, Navi. You're right. So for like mob farming stuff, we needed to use the Java barrels because that's the only way we could do void overflow sanely within barrels. Galacticraft start essentially GOG, but you start on one of the planets. We've thought about this. A lot of people that I know who are into challenge runs, like YouTubers and stuff, have thought about this. I think Orange was gonna do like a Mars run or something, which is kind of cool. Let's probably bring the crafting table and shit over here. I think that'll probably make our lives a lot easier. The Mark Watney run, exactly. The Martian run would be kind of sick. Cobbled deep slate. Thank you, Goose. I will find a way to use the normal deep slate. All right, there we go. And then this is actually facing the wrong way for some reason. Let's just put this like here. There we go. Perfect. There he goes. You know the Onceler, how he like lifts his self up by his butt? Oh my god, this is perfect. This is perfect. This is exactly what I needed. I love how Goose just like flies away. That's so funny. The Lorax, that's my bad. I don't know Lorax lore like that, bro. I don't got game like that. Okay. That's regular deep slate. What am I doing? I don't think I can. I think smooth deep slate is just like it's just a dead end. This is what the NEI page looks like for it, right? I can get deep slate dust and that's it. So it's just like, okay. Yeah, exactly. No, I'll find a use for it for sure. Like, I'm sure there's some natural siding that I'll want like a regular deep slate texture for. Something rocky and a little darker than cobblestone, so it won't go to waste, that is for sure. All right, let's figure out how to divide this block. I think I might be able to do this with the world shapers, but I'm not entirely sure here. It's not, no, it's not super clear. I would need to get really smart with how I did this. Like protractor smart. Let's just do it the old fashioned way. Slowly, slowly. Uh-oh. I lost my spot, chat. It's one of these two. I think we can make this a little easier on myself if I take out the horn of the wilds, clear out all this shit. Yeah, exactly. I think we will need color contrast soon. This is just for the roads though. Like this is just gonna be like people are gonna build their own builds and I expect them to go hermitcraft on it. Like it should look beautiful, it should look colorful, it should have a theme. So I am just here to like make sure that everyone has a spot for what they put down and that it's organized and that way we have like for example, there's thought behind how this is laid out. It's the first thing you see as you go into the city proper. It has a central area that allows you to see 4 different teams worth of stuff in one place, which is good. Like this will be the main commerce storefront area. The town hall is what you see first when you come out of spawn, and then you can see shopping district in the distance. So there's like a lot of thought that I wanted to put into this to make it look good and like be functional. But it's up to the teams to make buildings that actually look good in the end. So you'll have to go into their chats, watch them stream, and bully them into making good builds. Essentially, I'm really depending on all my teammates. Just a couple of checkpoints here. This will help a little bit. This green is so hard to distinguish. I'm like squinting, trying my best. Okay. All right, it looks like we were one block off, which would have been not great. So I'm glad I double checked that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're gonna end up a couple blocks up. I'm just gonna dig this out as long as I can, and then we'll do the important stuff later. Oh no, my arch nemesis. I wish there was something that I could drain all this water with. There's gotta be some like Thaumcraft niche thing that I can find that will just like remove all of the sponge. You're so right. I remember this. There's like a open block sponge wand too. Okay. There's not a ton of water here. And I don't see much water in our future anyway, so I'm just gonna do this by hand, but that is gonna be a really good shout for the next time we have to like clear water. The sponge mod is open blocks, and I think, or the one that's good is the open block sponge. Shucks, we're out of dirt. That can be solved. I've got so many tools in my inventory. Let me do this, Horn of the Wild, Horn of the Canopy, grab all this. Does it also do lava? That's an interesting question. The one has dog shit durability. Yeah, it does. It is really nice though, because I don't have to like place and pick up blocks. So for some applications, just like crafting a bunch of those, especially like in late game when you can just like pull it from your ME terminal, it's kind of nice. The ones are nice. I understand the use case for them. I cannot wait for wireless ME. This is like building without wireless ME is slow. There's no way to get around it. It's just slow. Actually, I don't need to dig anything out here. Hello, Mr. Nibbles. How's it going? That's the wild. Let's grab the canopy. Caught your episode 3 earlier, 9. It was really good. I'm glad you liked it. Thank you, Mr. Nibbles. I'm very proud of that build. It's probably not going to be like one of those videos that's like a super heavy hitter. I don't think it's for gonna like pull any views or anything, but I'm very happy with it. I liked my editing on it. I'm very proud. I was able to use some of the Minecraft beta music, the C418 stuff, and he's got some bangers in there. There's some like drops in there that I was able to edit to that are like kind of sick, kind of clean with it, and it gives me inspiration for new like GTNH music. It's like a different niche that I was not aware of. That kind of like rhythmic, just whole groove while still being ambient. So there's like Tazwell, Biome Fest. C418 is really good. I have no complaints. I do think that we might be a little biased, chat. It's possible that there's a little bit of bias. I hate when the shovel like lags out a little bit and doesn't do the thing. That is kind of annoying. Man, I'm just like hoping to God that my other teammates take the shopping district seriously and like lock in and make some cool builds here. I think it's really important on these like big creator servers for like the shopping district and spawn to look super sick. It'll be really awesome if it comes into fruition. Not one drop of bias in my words, we say at a Minecraft stream. Okay, so here's what I want to do here. I'm going to take this square because I want to get some elevation going up to this level. I'm going to take this square and we're going to elevate it by 6 blocks. So we're at Y66 here. We want to be at Y72. I think that's enough. That seems like it's enough. And what I want to do here, actually, is we're going to make the slope of this road kind of actually quick with it. I think we want it to go up and then stabilize pretty early on, so the whole corner can be at this height. Lena Rain is very gas. She's very good at what she does. I have very few complaints about Lena Rain. I would say that the direction of the new modern Minecraft stuff is a lot more like just epic for the sake of being epic. And what I think I miss that C418 did so well is that a lot of the soundtracks are kind of like, they're funny. They're it's not just like, oh, this is a huge epic soundscape that you're going to get lost in. It's like, this game is kind of funny. It's kind of chill. It's got its moments, and you're gonna have like a whole plethora of different experiences and emotions while playing it, right? It's I don't know. It's so irreplaceable to me. Okay, that is not correct. I need to get my shit together. One sec, chat. Imagine 9 waking up to 128 Tofu Corp skyscrapers. Dude, that would be so gas, chat. I think you need to get into Soy's YouTube streams, which are lovely. And you need to bully him into like making something in the shopping district, because Soy is actually a very good builder. Even though he's like speedrunner brained, he has a lot of building talent. I would love to see something like that. Okay, wait. We need to make this slope more active. What am I doing here? So let's do this. And then we can take it from the top here. What am I doing? What am I doing? So there's 2, then 3, then ground level. So 2, then 3. All right, chat, what do we think about this type of road? Is that too sudden? I think that looks good, actually. I really like the curve of this. It would be so awesome. It would be so cool. There we go, Nexus got it. C418 employs a very pleasant blend of whimsy and serenity, with a much needed dash of loneliness. That's what it is. It's the whimsy that's missing. It's too much like lonely, doom and gloom, like, oh, you're in a gigantic world alone and there's mountains and it's fucking sick. And I want there to be like, you're farming sheep your wheat farm just exploded, like just like silly small things. That's what I enjoy in the game. Okay, I actually really like that. Now the real issue is going to be replicating that on the other side. Good luck, 9. I don't know why I did this to myself. This is a logistic curve. I like it. All curves have to be logistic curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the corner. Then 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. So 7 ones. Okay. 5 in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 1, 2. I'm going to double check that. 3, 2, and then 7 ones. 1, 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 3. Then 1. Perfect. Oh, never ending, you already are. That sounds like poetry right there. What? I wish I could have shaders and have the skybox be a space, then still have everything lit up from time of day in PDIM. It's a lot to ask. I don't know how you would go about that. You might have to do some research in the main New Horizons cord. I think there are people who do custom skyboxes for their PDIMs, but I don't exactly know how that works. So you'd have to ask around probably. Thank you for the follow, Orange. I appreciate you. How are you doing today? We gonna put it in reverse. Darling, I told you many times. Chat, tell me the name of this song. It's a legendary. It's a very important song. Oh, Lamar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. DNA sample or something? Yeah, that's close. That's close. This is Duckworth by Kendrick Lamar. Gun violence. Dude, this is the GOAT. This is not a diss track, actually. This is a track, so it's actually really cool. So this is the story about a guy named Anthony, who's he's like triple dog or something. He robbed the KFC, or he was about to, and then Kendrick Lamar's dad, who was working at the KFC at that day, said, "You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna give this man his KFC for free." And because of that, Kendrick Lamar's dad survived, and later, the guy who was going to rob the KFC opened up a record company which signed Kendrick Lamar, and now he's one of the biggest names in rap. So cool. And then the samples are like a really old song from the 80s, not really old, an old song from the 80s, and then like a new Hiatus Coyote sample. So this is Hiatus Coyote in the background. It's so crazy, right? It's such a just insane story. It's so cool. Hustling on the side with a 9 to 5 to freak it. Daft Punk is also one of my favorites. You guys know me so well. I literally have Discovery on vinyl. That's like one of my favorite albums of all time. Whenever Veritas Quo comes on, there's like 10 people like, "Oh, is it Veritas Quo time again?" And it's like, "Yep, it's Veritas Quo time again." Every time Anthony posted in line, 2 extra biscuits. It would last to survive. That one decision changed both of their lives. Listen to this part. Anthony killed Ducky. Top dog would be serving life while I grew up without a father and die in a gunfight. Insane. Insane. Kendrick Lamar might be our Beethoven, actually. That's probably not an overstatement. I have not heard the piano guitar cover of Veritas Quo. All right, what else is next? A little Nujabase always. Let's see. I think it's Veritas Quo time, right? Oh, maybe Flashing Lights goes next. I do want to measure how far this road goes, and I think I can do this with the World Shapers sextant because we have this middle block here. So I'm going to drag this out to where this road is, and hopefully that should show me where the start of the next road is. Beethoven is our Beethoven. That's true. That's true. I think if I had to choose, I like Bach a little bit better. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Moonlight Sonata kind of slaps. Beethoven is good, objectively. I think he's overhyped though. I think people are like, did you know that at the time that he was alive, Beethoven, or maybe Beethoven, I think it was Bach, was just like not well known at all. He was just some random dude who composed for his church every Sunday. And no one cared. Actually, I think his brother, or one of his brothers, was more famous than he was. And then I think it was like Franz Schubert or something who started like uncovering Bach, and he was like, wait, I really like this guy. And he started like putting the public on, and now we are like Dick ride Bach to the next century, essentially. Yeah, the posthumous famousness of artists is a shame as an artist. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wasn't that what happened to David Bowie? No. David Bowie was famous throughout his entire career. Bowie is a heavy hitter. Van Gogh, yes, that's true. That is absolutely true. At the time, he was like a heavy drinker, and no one would pay anything for his paintings. And I think he like tried to buy drinks with his paintings, and he thought very poorly of himself. He had a lot of mental health issues, and it's a huge shame. It's really funny how years later he's regarded as one of the best classical painters in history. And at the time, he was just like, no one fucked with him at all. Okay, I think that's... Ooh, that's going to be awkward, because this road intersects directly with the corner here. We're going to need to figure something out with this. But for now, I'm just going to cap this off and connect this out to the main area. He did cut his ear off, in fact, yeah. He wasn't doing so hot. I would probably recommend for most people not to cut their ear off. It is quite the fashion statement, but I'm sure you can find help in other ways. Like playing Gregtech New Horizons. That'll keep you distracted long enough. Dude, I love that Doctor Who episode. Oh, it's so good. They take him to see the Musée d'Orsay, which is like where all of his paintings are. And he gets to see the impact of his work thousands of years later. It's very heartbreaking. Good episode. Hello, Austere Man. How's it going? Lovecraft. Lovecraft is a different story. I don't know much about him. I do know what his cat's name was, and let's move on from that subject quickly. Recommending GTNH to help with mental health sure is something. Okay, but here's what I'll say about that. GTNH teaches you that it's all about the process. It's not about getting to the end. It's not about a sequence of events that makes you famous. It's not about progression right to the end and just getting your Stargate via commands. It's about the process of working on yourself slowly and changing little things and making life a little bit easier for you in whatever way you can until you finally get there. And then you do it all again because that's what you love. It's not about getting to Stargate. It's about the process. And I think that's a really important lesson, honestly. I mean that very earnestly. All right, so what I'm going to do here, I think it would be kind of sick if we brought this road up early, because a lot of this terrain here is pretty high. So we'll probably excavate out this area, but then we're going to bring up the street level immediately and then connect it over here. Gate or bust? I choose bust. I'm sorry, Chad. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Please, I take it back. Stop making positivity out of a dumb joke. Yo, my bad, bro. That's just my whole brand. I apologize. Sleep is the cousin of death. This must be New York State of Mind. Yeah, Nas. It's a very famous song. All right, we got 5. We got 3. Let me turn off this because we've got the guideline now. 3, then 2, then 1. Then we'll need to do that 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Should probably just mine all this out before hot swapping. 5, 6, 7. Let's triple check. All right, so 5 here, 3 here, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then we'll get a 2 here. Then a 3 here. And then we are at road level. And this is perfect because can you see that we're like right in the ground here? This is like, could not have been planned better. That's actually gas. Quit being happy, it's not fair. Oh, trust me, chat, I am not happy all the time. I just learn a lot of things to help make myself and make you guys a little bit happier. I think you'll notice that the most depressed people are the ones that are the most positive. Because in order to be alive and be depressed past a certain age, you have to gain the ability to, against all odds, be positive. Survivor bias? Yeah, it's like what was that, the airplane, the shot down airplane thingy? That's a classic. Force 9 to say 7 in a different language, so he doesn't say 6, 7. Oh, I'll just say it. I'll just say it. I'm not a coward. I'll let it happen to me. I'll let it wash over me and pass through me. Fear is the mind killer. Do things which make you happy but not appear happy. Yeah. I don't think anyone would disagree with that. I don't think that's a hot take, actually. I think that's a very normal take. Uh-oh, that's a lot of water. Alright, I will take a break on these roads. I want to change up my vibe to something a little different. I want to do some city height planning. So I know that there's going to be height limits for the builds in these different sections because I want the skyline to be really sick. So as you're here, right, you spawn in here. When you spawn in, you can go up here and immediately see the whole skyline, and that's going to be sick, right? But we need to make sure that everyone's on the same page and we get that arc that goes from short over here to tall over here and then dips back down. So I'm going to try to standardize the builds of each of these each of these places. We're gonna get some signs or some clipboards actually, and then write some details on each new build about what height, excuse me, they approximately need to get to. Oof. And sponge. Yes, let's get some sponge. Sieben, Zes. Didn't look at the areas where planes were hit and told people to armor those parts. He had generated a complex statistical model based on the limited data that he had, attempting to account for the survivor bias rather than just defaulting to the inverse. That's a lot of words for something that I'm not sure I quite understand. You'll need to explain that to me at some point. Yeah, I'm actually, Teutonctus, I am kind of being a homeowners association, but I'm going to make it chill because I do have trust for my fellow Project Singularity members. I have some trust, not a lot. Let's make, uh-oh. Okay. I'm glad it has the crash to menu thing. That's pretty helpful. You can't make me evil. I won't be evil. I just won't be evil. It's impossible. Oh god, why is there no assembler recipe for this? Alright, I can imagine that I will need a lot of clipboards. So, I'm going to pattern this, let's say 24. That's a good number for today. 24 wood planks, iron springs. We've got one iron spring. Let's go. We've got 20 planks. God damn. 72 paper should definitely be doable. Screwdriver is good. Iron screw. That's a question. It's definitely questionable. Do we have enough iron screws for this? Oh yeah, actually we do. All right, so wood planks and small iron springs, which is a bender plus a rod. Be a good citizen, you should report people. Uh-oh, how the heck am I gliding again? All right, let's grab some iron from our infernal furnace array. Chat, if you haven't seen this already, I'm really proud of this. Look, oh, there goes, where's all of our steel dust? I guess not. I was gonna give you guys a demo of this, but let's see. Maybe I have some dust somewhere. Magnesite. Wow, nothing. Someone used all the steel in a demo. It might have been me. Did you see my question about show me how? No, I did not, Noah. Can you re-up the question? But yeah, this is one of my favorite builds, new builds that is gonna come soon. This is the basalt beaches with our infernal blast furnaces that are really, really powerful. But yeah, I guess I don't have a demo for you today. Cheers. What are the chords for the chromatic part? Did you send me a Discord? Oh, Noah, I'm streaming. Yeah, I will do it later. Noah is my older brother, and because I have a degree in music, sometimes he'll send me. He makes arrangements, and he's actually really good. He has a really good ear. Not as good as me, obviously. And he has his friends play them, so I will double check the arrangements most of the time and like make sure that everything's in order. So that's what he's talking about. Is that working? Oh, it's just slow as all balls. Okay. Wood planks is refined glue and wood pulp in an assembler. That's definitely doable. Sibling jump scare, for real. Probably need a circuit, yep, circuit 2 for this. There we go. Okay, everything's in order. We're getting our springs, we're getting everything. And then I should probably make like little signs, like pop-up signs that show all the information for each plot of land. So let's do something about that. It doesn't need to be beautiful or anything crazy. I think we'll just get some great wood, maybe. It's a little too dark, actually. Spruce is kind of a classic. I can do that. I can do that. Doesn't need to be the craziest thing ever. Ooh, or we could do it out of steel frame boxes and make it really industrial. Wait, I actually kind of like that. Okay. Did we get our first set of planks, or is this just fucking slow as hell? 120 seconds? Damn. Damn. LV teaches patience. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I haven't learned much patience from LV. I'm ready to go into MV. Oh. Let's see. I think we need to go back to, oh yeah, okay. Maybe we should check on what other people are doing. I think I need like a little break from building and stuff. I think I want to check on what is going on. MV will probably be January 2nd or 3rd, I think is the day that we've settled on. So that would be next year. That would be the start of the year of our Lord 2026. That's what we've decided. I don't know how that's going to work out because I know that Duct is planning a speedrun on like January 3rd or 4th. So we've got a little bit of new stuff here. Goose has shown me this offline, but he's got this ridiculous farm that's changed now. This is like the 3rd iteration of this farm. That's cool. I'm very scared. Steel farm, period. Okay, yeah, this used to be like a nether farm, which was like really weird and quite interesting. But I think he's switching up the mobs that he's using. These are probably not the looting 13,000 spikes. He's talked about how, I think this is the looting 13,000 spike. I think mob farms with that much variability in item throughput are really dangerous to sort out. So he doesn't mess with those, but it is kind of a funny concept. Oh, the obelisk. There's this. This is a classic. I think this is for XP collection. Or maybe it's just for vibes. Liquid Emerald. It's so like dystopian. It's so funny. It's just out of the blue. You just get this gigantic like... I love this effect here though. With the light orbs and all the different colors. This is such a good effect. Let's go check on other people's bases. Random... What is this? This is their... Oh my god, this is their steam buffer, because these pipes are huge. They've got 600,000 liters that can fit in here. So instead of making a big tank, they just said, okay, we're building a Stabloy pipe shower. Okay, wait, we're at Y76. And then this is Y143. So 1 equals 143 minus 76. 66 times 2 times 600,000. Oh, it doesn't like the separator. 7.92 E7? What is E7? Is that million? 7.9 million? That's not even that much, actually. Wait, no, no, no. No, no, no. Not million. 70 million? 79 mil. Holy shit. Okay, that's the tour of the Ducklings base, I guess. Is there a way to goose tech my way to efficiency 1,000? There is. You will need a different setup for enchanting, which either requires blood magic or mana enchanting. Both of which are cool. I would recommend checking both of that out. I think we stole obsidian from the underdogs today, and not much has changed over there. I do want to check out Lokiba, because he has been doing a lot of building streams recently. Why is this snowman just eternally trapped here? I feel like I want to free him. I feel really bad. Is he just for snow collection? Okay, that makes sense. Okie dokie. That is new. Oh, hello. There's Aspect and Hecuba at work. I love this. I saw this on his stream. They've like made it, they've lit it up a bunch. They've increased the roof size. They've got some rooms here. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. They're cooking over here. I love this gradient. This is cute. Stone bricks to tough is a good thing. Slabs of some type of chiseled stone brick. Technical block is a classic. Cornice bottom. So, okay, mana enchanting is okay. Efficiency 1,000 is not happening with mana enchanting. You could probably get to efficiency like 50 to 100 before you want to tear your hair out. Blood magic enchanting can be world accelerated and scales, I want to say semi-linearly. But yeah. Okay. Random floating tree. Okay, very cool. I do think Soy has set up something here. I remember seeing some infused seeds. Oh yeah, there you go. I think he was trying to set up every single Essentia. So he's got what is this? A Precantatio infused seed? Oh my god, what is going on here? It's healing the hose of growth. And then I guess he's just using this to constantly farm this. Huh. I don't see much new here other than that. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Whoa. Yo. That's crazy. He's got a setup for every single hempcrete. That's actually gas. What the heck? I'm jealous. I should set something up like this. Wow. Okay. And here's the whole setup that I think is passively doing this. You can burn biodiesel in steam boilers? Crazy. That's cool. I like that. Alright, back to building, chat. We gotta go back to spawn. Back to the grind. Actually, I need to go back to my base. Then craft the clipboards. Then go back to spawn. And then we'll figure out the heights of the buildings. And then finish the roads. And then I think we'll be good for today, honestly. Then we'll recuperate in the future. Yeah, I think Team Duct has like probably 500,000 steel just like right now off rip. It's kind of insane. Do these stack? No. Okay, I'm gonna bring everything I need to make these and then just bring them to spawn so that I don't have to mess with the inventory. Oh man, I've been streaming for 2 hours. That's crazy. Time flies when you're having fun, chat. I also want to do something with the Nether Hub because I always fly past spawn. Like this always gets me. It's this little tree here. I want to like make a huge circle here that mirrors the circle that's in world spawn, and then like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier. Nale Crow, thank you for the prime sub. I appreciate that, my friend. How are you today? Oh, we should also light up this platform. Let's make it pretty, shall we? I got the Blicky, the mana gun with the flash lens. It's setting down these little mana flashes, which are beautiful little light sources. Maybe I should go one in instead of one out, because then it'll get rid of those little edge bits that are cut off. So what was I doing earlier? I was going one out. Okay, this works. There we go. Now it's all accounted for. Oh, look at this. 3 blind mice on the bridge. Okay, come on, man. Really? Really? I'm sleeping. Hello, Finger Dash. Cheers. Yeah, this is a good song. Alright, I'm gonna do some magic here. These witches think they have it all. Watch the witches disappear. If you chunk load an area, then leave and rejoin, all mobs spawned within it will try to despawn. It's a little cheesy. It's a little cheesy, I'll admit. Okay, let's see. I guess I'll just light this up a little bit differently. Oh, that's gonna be tough to track. Dude, actually lining these up is really hard. What the heck? I think they're probably fine. They're probably no worse than just a torch for TPS, right? I can't imagine that they are. Like, there's no way, right, chat? There's no way that these are like TPS unfriendly in a way that's meaningful. That's what I'm thinking. If someone knows about this and I'm wrong, please let me know. Beautiful. All right, last little bit, and then we'll move on to the height map. Okay, that's it. Now, if I turn off my night vision, well, I guess that doesn't really help because it's daytime. But you know what I'm trying to say, chat. It might be the difference between trying to pick a block entity trying to render rather than a block with some particles. That's true. That's true. I'll need to do some research. We'll look into this for sure. All right, let's put up a little sign here. I also want to let's actually get some blocks to build with here. And I want to take this to a height that I find appropriate for a building. It's from Botania, and Vasky seems like a competent coder. Vasky seems like a very good coder. I have nothing but good things to say about Botania. Whether they're dynamically animated from client side or server side, that's a great question that I don't know the answer to. All right, chat, how tall do we think this should go? Because the town hall is probably going to be a little bit taller than that. So maybe... what's 90 plus 48? That's 138. What do we think about 138? Let me turn on the FOV to normal. We'll get a good long look at this from afar. 138 seems a little short, right? It is taller than where... I want it to be taller than the town hall. So the town hall will be 1 Y level, and then the skyscraper center will be a little bit higher. So what are you thinking, 152? All right, let me check that out. Or 12 plus 138 is 150, I think. I also cannot wait on Matter Manipulator. That's going to be nice. 150 is good. I feel like it could be taller, honestly. Because, like, Tofu Tower is already pretty tall. And that doesn't look super out of place. Maybe I'll have these at 150. And then I'll have the next row back. That can go up to a higher Y level. This song is very underrated. Hello, White Rose Light. How's it going? That's a beautiful name. What's the next 174 would be the next 24 blocks up. I like that actually. Yeah, that's good. That's good. 152. Although I feel like we need to go taller with this. Maybe 152 and then that'll be 24 blocks higher. Let's do it. Let's give it a try. I think a bit taller is right. Yeah, yeah. Let's put all of the random clipboard stuff in here while I'm here. I don't want to deal with this in my inventory. All right, 174 for this, and then let's bring this up at least 12. 174 plus 12, oh, let's just do 8. 98, right? 198. Beautiful. Let's give it a look. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that's nice. I think that's spot on, right? Because then these buildings have enough heft to them. The next tier can be kind of seen. Let's see how it translates from here. They seem about the same height, actually. Maybe we need to exaggerate the height difference between these two. I'm going to subtract 12 off of this, or maybe add more to this one. I think we'll subtract 12. That building is already getting really tall. So that's be 162. Add more, bigger is better. Oh no, I think that's perfect though. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, plot 4. Build height max 162. Yeah, that looks good. I want to switch up the music a little bit. Oh, actually, I do want to listen to that first song. In the night. Two, three, 4, 5. What did I say for the build height for this one? 178, 150, 174. Hello, Smarty. How's it going? Catching a stream. I hope you're well today. Ooh, Pita Bago and Smarty. Thank you for the follows, my friends. How are you today? Plot number 2. Max build height around 174. We're gonna need to do the same for those. I am just gonna do that on my own time. I really want to connect these roads, and then that'll be happy. So let's do that, and then we can be happy about what we've got. Slabs. I don't need any stairs, I don't think. One, two, three. 1, 2, 1. And then we just follow that pattern up. I'm just gonna do this off the rip because I think that's pretty given. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, and then count the rest of that. Little nice logarithmic thing, as I have been told. Oh, I forgot the sponges, chat. Ah, it's okay, we're going over it. I can just do what the city does, and I'll just build over the pothole, and we'll never think about it. Mr. Hobgoblin, you're in the way of my city building. I'm gonna very politely move you. Okay, that works. Someone with shaders, rate our machine line. I may have to do that at some point. Doing awesome. Great job on your magic area. Looks awesome. Definitely taking those Thaumcraft tips from you. Yes, we will be getting that video done soon. I'm glad that you checked that out and liked that. Thank you, my friend. All I do is mega build projects at this point, and I kind of really enjoy them. I've been really having a good time, like planning all... God damn it! I got wolfed. How is this possible? Where did my wolf charm go? Did I delete it? Oh, it's in my inventory. This is so embarrassing. Chat, if you didn't know, I got forcibly turned into a werewolf. Get wolfed, idiot. So occasionally, when I'm not paying attention, I get forcibly wolfed when I don't have my moon charm on me. I don't know why that was in my backpack. Oh, it pisses me off every time, and I can't do anything about it permanently until MV. Isn't that crazy? I'm stuck like this. Where'd my night vision go? Apparently it's curable in MV. I'm gonna have to figure out what that is, because I'm tired of carrying around this little banana in my inventory. Like, inventory management is already hard enough when I don't need to think about not deleting the little banana every 3 seconds, but just play Monster when it happens. Or Night Call by Kavinsky. There's already 2 birds. What's one more furry? Oh, that's true. I mean, Duck is also a furry. I think he's a werewolf too. And Mastiox, I believe, is also a werewolf. Hello, 4 creepers of different kinds. How can I help you today? That's crazy. Is that a banana in your pocket, or is there a full moon? That was pretty good. Actually, I kind of enjoyed that joke. It was respectful, but funny. Creeper. It's creeping time? Aw, man. Alright, how long do I want this road to go for? I'd say we pretty much got most of it. Okay, I have a build idea. There's this thing called Scrapbox. You can make a whole setup. You kind of have to do this for Garden of Grind, but there's these things called scrap boxes you can make out of scrap, which I'm not exactly sure how you get scrap. I think there's a machine that like makes scrap, and then from this, you can turn it into scrap boxes, which decode into a bunch of like kind of useful stuff. It's gambling, right? So I was thinking about making a build called the Scrapyard, and pretty much the whole reason why I decided to revamp Worldspawn is because I wanted to make this junkyard. Like, straight up, I was like, I need to make a scrapyard, but I need a place for it that it's gonna go. So I want the outskirts of town. I'm gonna make my scrapyard. And there's some cool stuff in scrap boxes, actually. There's diodes, there's even titanium dust, I think. Epoxy circuit boards, platinum dust. Electrum, not bad. And of course, the percentage chance of getting this stuff is really tiny. So in order to get like actual scrap box farming, you need to do ludicrous stuff, which is fine. Tungsten dust. Hold. That sounds kind of useful. Aluminum dust, raw silicon. Damn, this is actually kind of gas. What the heck? Titanium dust. That might be useful for some type of skip here. Nothing else like insane, I don't think. Magnesium, steel. But tungsten is pretty big. Yeah, no, that's pretty much exactly how it went, GX. I was like, oh man, I really want to move on to the scrap box build, but I don't have a place to put it. I want this whole city to at least have like some organization before I put my scrapyard down, so I don't have to move it later. Exactly. It's so good when it's passive on a server. So it's definitely one of the investments I want to make. Scrapyard TPV coil farming, exactly. Wait, that's crazy because it does also make platinum dust, right? So you're totally right. Although you can theoretically do platline for platinum in LV, I think. Where is the dust? So that's an LV chem reactor recipe, reciprocated platinum, platinum concentrate. I don't know about ammonium chloride. That's actually all of these recipes in order to do platinum are actually LV, theoretically. Um, it exists. So the titanium dust, I don't think it's useful on its own, but I think you might be able to mix it with something. It's possible that there is an alloy or a mixer recipe that uses titanium dust that is earlier than EV. I don't know if that's true though. Titanium tetrachloride, that's true. Oh, we could do titanium, well that's HV. That's basically when we get titanium anyway. Oh, there's this. There's blood orbs, or lengthening catalyst or binding agent. I don't know if I ever use this. That exists for some reason. Blue metal catalyst. Inkloid 903 dust. I don't think I'll ever need this in LV, but I'm glad I can mix it. That's cool. There might be something that we can find. Tantalloy 61 for something. I don't think it'll be too painful at all. Flight potion change makes the blood magic catalyst more desirable. That's true. If I didn't have infinite flight already, that would be true. Alright, I'm gonna go sleep real quick. And I also want to triple check that this is lined up with the center here. Yeah, it looks right. I'm wondering why we're so close. Oh, it just looks like it's close. There's plenty of space there. Your infinite flight is from the harness item, and it doesn't require... Okay, yeah. So it requires this setup here. This thermostatic pylon. This is the Tofu Corp flight harness, aka the thermostatic harness, which is pretty chill to make if you have infusion. But the main thing is that you need to actually get infusion to make these. But they're actually pretty good. They have a toggle button I've set to R that allows you to fly, and then you can put potentia directly into the harness, or if you need a more passive source, these things put potentia directly into your harness already. So Soy has these little jars set up and the pylon, so that way we can recharge in different places. I asked him to set up one for this area because I knew I would be flying a bunch. How far does it work? I think it has a 90-meter like charge range, which is pretty chill. That's pretty good. I'm not always within the charge range, but I am pretty often within, like I'll dip into it when I need to. It has its own battery, which you can see on the left. So it's not bad. Okay, chat, I think we have expanded the city enough so that way I can put down my junkyard. My scrapyard will probably go like over here at the end of this road. I think we've done a good job today of planning out this city. Look at how much work we put into this. Oh, actually, there's one more road that we should probably do. Honestly, you know what'd be cool is if I made this a dead-end road here. And then Drifter, oh my god, tier 1 sub. 4 months. Hello, my friend. How's it going? I think, yeah, that's actually interesting. So a lot of asymmetry is really important in city planning and stuff. What I think I'm going to do is actually make this road go all the way down here, and then it's just going to be like we'll put like a fence up here, so that way you have like a lookout. That actually goes, that's a nice view straight down to the bay, so I think that's kind of perfect. Not gonna lie, I think I kind of cooked with this. How are you doing, Drifter, by the way? Chat is kind of covering the battery. Oh, that's true. That is true. Slurp life juice. Okay. Got a little bit of tea left. Last night I went to a fugue state and automated Botania Mana infusion and got 499 stability. Let's go. Alright, I'm changing the music. We need just a little more brick to finish off this little bit of the build. And I wonder, man, I did not want to click clear grid. Let's try not to delete the watermelon or anything important here. Sorry, the banana. Oh, there's deep slate bricks. Nothing? Okay, we're good. Just made first titanium ingot in my current playthrough. Let's go. That's huge. Congratulations. Unstable tools. You'll have to watch Flurbin's video on how we make super fast unstable tools, but I have 700 redstone in this thing, if that gives you any answers. And then let's just grab right now some of these. And then we'll need space for the sidewalk, which I totally forgot about. So 1, 2, 3, and then that will be the beginning of the first wall. And then 1, 2, 3. Fucking nerves. Word. Okay, that's perfect, I think. That is so good. I'm very happy with this. So chat, together we have built the entire outline of the city proper and shopping district with a little bit of pizzazz. I think this is gonna be great. We've got building heights, we've got our town hall area, we've got main square, and we'll be licensing out different places to different teams for stuff. So, thank you for joining me today. I think this was a very successful stream. We are almost a partner. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just show up when I stream and chat and have a good time. And I think within like 2 or 3 streams, we should have partner. So thank you. Let's go find somebody to raid and then I will say the normal stuff. Let me turn down the music just a little bit while I do this. How is anyone on the line that we should raid? Is anyone Project Singularitying? No channels are Singularitying. Okay. GTNH Aspect is on. He's on YouTube. So if he was multi-streaming, I would totally. All right, who is GTNHing? User M, Russian. Seth Dark System. System is playing. Wow, there's like 20 GTNH streams going on right now. That's kind of insane. Sabin. I remember Sabin. Let's raid System. System is we love System. All right, chat. Be kind to yourself and others and do the best that you can. And I hope that's enough. Here's a little inspiration for you. Build big, dream big. Get whatever you got going. And I hope you guys have a lovely time. I think I need to press raid now. I could be wrong. But much love, everybody. Peace.